My forehead looks so big. Hello, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be taking out the trash, if you will. I'm gonna be unhauling some books. Before quarantine, COVID, and all this business started, I went through my bookshelf and I took a good handful of books that I wanted to get rid of. But then right after I did that, quarantine started. So I never got the chance to actually get that done. And you know, I was looking at the pile of books, and I was thinking, you know what? I can make this pile bigger. I think I was being a little generous when I first put it together. So I went through all my books again, and I actually managed to pick a few more that I was like, you know what? I don't want this anymore. I don't want that. Actually, hold on. I just thought of another one. Great. COVID is still a thing. We're still living in the middle of a pandemic, so I still don't know when I'm actually gonna get around to getting rid of these books. But, you know, the pile of books to get rid of is slowly just getting bigger. So probably by the end of all of this, I'll be getting rid of all of my books. You know, I'm gonna have like no books by the end of quarantine because I'm just gonna get so sick of looking at them every day. All of the books I haven't read on my bookshelf just taunting me. Alright, so we're just gonna go through all of them, talk about why I hated them or why I'm getting rid of them if I don't hate them. Alright, so the first book that really sticks out to me in this wonderful pile that I have assorted here next to me is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. I read half of this book, I'm pretty sure, or like around half of this book. I don't really know exactly. And I just like could not stand it. I couldn't stand the characters. The best way for me to describe this book, like, I didn't think it was funny. I didn't think it was interesting. I didn't even really care about the romance at all. I just didn't care. And the easiest way for me to describe this book is I feel like the humor in this book and just like the whole vibe is very like stereotypically millennial. Like whenever people make jokes, or like even like Gen Z, I don't even know. Like when people make jokes to attack the millennial generation, and it's all like the stereotypical, like the most stereotypical things, none of it's true, like, you know, it's all of those worst things in this book. I just got terrible vibes. I was like cringing. That's it. That's the word I was looking for. I was cringing the entire time reading this. It was cringy. And I don't like cringing when I read. Why is this a thing? I don't know. So it's gotta go. The next one that really sticks out to me here, really easy one, I also didn't finish, is The Raven Boys by Maggie Stiefvater. I don't even fucking know. I honestly think I also read like half of this, I think. All I do remember is not caring about the plot at all. All I cared about, kind of, was the romance, and it was like barely going anywhere, and there's like 4 books in this series or something. I have no idea. And I was like, I am not gonna read 4 or 5 books for one romance, like in the middle of this bigger plot that I don't care about. Like, it's just not worth it. It just wasn't worth it, and I don't care, and I'm never gonna read this again. Let's see, what else we have here. Oh, another one I didn't finish. This is Wilder Girls by Rory Power. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think I read like 50 pages of this book, and I hated every second of those 50 pages. I thought it was a little cringy. It was a little bit too edgy. Like, when edgy becomes cringy, that's like what it was. I just didn't want to do it anymore, so I put it down, and I don't want it. And I know that a lot of people like this book, so someone else can have it, and they can enjoy it, because I didn't. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. The next one. Alright, this book, I don't know, whatever. This is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. I really wanted to love this because I really like the design of the cover and the pages. They look so nice. But I didn't like this at all. I gave it 2 stars. I finished this one. I actually got through it, but I gave it 2 stars. I really didn't like this. I know a lot of people had a big problem with the cheating aspect in this book. I didn't think that the cheating part about the book, and I mean, that's not really a spoiler. I think like everybody knows that there's cheating at some point in this book. Like that was just going around when this book came out. I didn't think that that was really gonna be a big issue for me in the book, because I was like, you know what, I have to see what's actually going on. Like, just because there's cheating somewhere doesn't mean I'm gonna hate it. But I did. Like, I really hated it. It made me really uncomfortable, and it made me really upset to the point where I just did not like this book at all. I don't know. That just really put me off for the entire book. I mean, there's other parts of the book that are definitely fine and good, but the cheating business that happened in the story really put me off. It can go as well. Okay, so the next book that I am getting rid of is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. Miss Victoria Schwab, girl. I kind of feel the same way about this book that I do with Vicious, but I liked Vicious a little bit more. Just because I liked the story in Vicious a little bit more. But the things that are similar between Vicious and this book that I don't like is I hate Victoria Schwab's characters, or V.E. Schwab, whatever. I cannot stand her characters. I think they're so bland. They're so, like, they're just boring. Like, their personalities aren't developed enough. It's like one character is just like supposed to be the good guy and one's supposed to be the bad guy and one's supposed to be the sidekick. That's it. That's the only development that every character gets for their personality. That's all we see. There's no like depth to the characters, and I'm the kind of person when I like am reading a book, I need to feel like connected to the characters. If I don't care about the characters, it doesn't matter how good the plot is or how developed the storyline is. I don't care about it because I have to like feel connected to the characters in some kind of way. Like even if they're the bad character, like they have to have some personality for me to like attach the story to. That's how I felt reading this book and Vicious, and where like this book was okay, like I gave it 3 stars, but because that's all it was to me, was okay. I didn't care enough to continue the series just because I didn't care what happened to the characters. Like I genuinely didn't care. And with Vicious, I read Vicious I read Vicious over a year ago. I actually liked the storyline in Vicious a little bit more than this one, which is why I keep Vicious and Vengeful. I think that's the name of the second book because, I don't know, I have it in my brain that one day I'm gonna read the second book, even though I probably won't, but whatever, I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll surprise myself like that. But this series, I know for a fact, I'm never going to finish it. There's just no point in keeping it at this point. Alright, so the next one might be a little bit controversial. But anyway, so the next book that I am actually going to get rid of is Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. Now, before everybody attacks me, I liked this book. I read it, I finished it, and I enjoyed it. However, I didn't enjoy it enough to keep it. I don't know. This is the kind of book where like I read it and I liked it, but there were some things about the story that I didn't really like, but in general I did like the story, I did like the characters, I enjoyed it, but it just wasn't my favorite book. I don't know. When I look at my bookshelf, I don't even see this book. I just don't care enough to keep it. I have no interest in like rereading it ever. I don't ever recommend this book to anybody just because I didn't care about it enough, and I know that a lot of people really love this book, and that's fine. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, but I know that there are people that definitely enjoy more than me, and so I want to give somebody an opportunity to enjoy my nice copy more than I did, because I don't know. I just don't care to keep it. That's really it. No hate to this book. It was a good one, so this one's fine. I think I gave this 4 stars actually, so. So the next book that I am unhauling is Panic by Lauren Oliver. This book, I have no idea. I have no clue what this book is about anymore. This book was poppin' back in the day. I have no idea what it's about anymore. I gave it 4 stars. I remember when I first read this book, it was in a time where any book that I liked, I gave 5 stars. Like, I was like, oh, I liked this, it gets 5 stars. Like, I don't know why. 3 and 4 star, like, didn't exist. 5. That was it. It was 5 stars. But I read this. When I finished it, I genuinely felt like a feeling of this was good, but it wasn't amazing. And I gave it 4 stars. This was like the first book I gave 4 stars. I have no idea what it's about. I still don't. Let's see what it's about. Okay, so it's about a game. Heather and Dodge are the characters playing a game called Panic. Yeah, I don't know. It's about a game. I have no idea. But I remember it being decent. I enjoyed it. Why am I... Whatever. I enjoyed it when I read it, but I have no idea what it's about anymore, and I don't care to have it anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't even know why I still have this, to be honest. So the next book we're just gonna cover really quickly because it's The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. Yeah, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to read this anymore. J.K. Rowling, we all know. We all get it. Goodbye, girl. Basically, I haven't read this, and I don't want to, so for obvious reasons. The obvious reasons aside, though, I have no idea what this book is about, and I don't care. Even regardless of who J.K. Rowling is, I would probably still get rid of this because I don't care. It doesn't look interesting. I have no idea what it's about. And yeah, now I have more of an incentive to get rid of it because of the name on right here. I have one more book to show you, and it's so uninteresting. I have like almost nothing to say about it. That's sad. But the last book I'm getting rid of is Intensity by Dean Koontz. I don't really know what this is about. I think this is about like someone like trapped in a room or something. I don't know. Let's find out. I don't know. I got this because I was like, yeah, looks cool. It obviously doesn't look cool to me anymore. So I got this at Half Price Books actually. And like every time I'm at Half Price Books, I see like 5 of these. So maybe no one else thinks it's cool either. Anyone's read this, please tell me how it is. I would just love to know. I don't know why. I would love to know how this is. All right, that concludes my chaotic book unhaul. Now that I've unhauled books, obviously everybody knows, and now it's time to haul more, but no, I'm just kidding. So like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't even know when I'm actually gonna get around to actually getting rid of them, but hopefully soon. I don't know if bookstores like Half Price Books and like used bookstores are even like accepting books from people to sell. I don't know if like libraries and stuff accepting donations. I have no idea, so I'll have to look into that more to see what I can do about these books in the meantime. But yeah, that was it. Thank you for watching. I'll see y'all next time.